So that's how they get fork plus cake. Now, I don't know how deep down the rabbit hole this meme goes, if there's any significance to it other than his name being similar to two Portuguese words, but that's the best I could find.
Yeah, I just wonder how they piece together the funny part of that. So maybe it has to be a bit of backstory there, and I look forward to trying to discover that.
Maybe he's going to eat some cake with a fork today.
Yeah.
So look, it comes together. But here we go, getting this one underway. We are live, and FURIA starting on the CT side. I do not envy Isurus whatsoever.
Yeah, Art earlier looking unplayable. I mean, he's continued that performance over here. KSCERATO and Art doubled up in towards main. Deco goes over the top. KSCERATO still able to rattle off both.
Yeah, well, this one here not starting as they mean to go on. Ale out towards the T vent here behind the smoke as that one starts to dissipate. Can't find a fight. KSCERATO tucked in towards CT vent. Swings on in, can't get the clear. Yuurih's taken down Noxy, and wow, this one should be all over Red Rover. Just Destiny to find, and he's been leering out towards ramp. Now, I did put a call out there when I was casting with Alex over Pro League, and we were looking for a nickname for the duo of yuurih and KSCERATO. Now, apparently over there in Brazil, they call him Yurato, which is great. That's a great name to have, but we wanted something a bit more flexible, something we could do a bit more with, and we had some suggestions coming in. A gentleman called Fabian actually sent me an email because he heard us talking about it, and he said the Fangs of FURIA. So we were going with that for KSCERATO and yuurih because, well, there's two of them.
That's great.
So I think there's two Fangs, right?
Yeah.
I guess. And they're a
two big ones.
Yeah.
I mean, it all adds up, and I love how he went through the official channels to give you that one.
Yeah, well, I don't often check the business email, but that one slipped the net, so thanks to Fabian again. But into a bit of a force buy scenario here are Isurus. Some Tech 9s, light util behind the smoke drop. Sure would be excited to farm up a couple of these. Cheap and easy.
Yeah, drop. Starting to feel much more comfortable in this team. Excited to see how he will perform again. You know, coming off the back of a large experience of Pro League.
Here.
Yeah, look at that. It's just going to be a charge of a Tech 9 forward. And
Safe's not ready for this.
Yeah, he's under a little bit of pressure. Looks on up, and yuurih's able to back him up. Now they're coming through the ramp play in towards Hell, and it's going to work out. A couple of kills in the pistols, but the bomb has now been dropped, and the pressure's somewhat alleviated because now they have to go back and get that.
Yeah, well, they targeted the rotator right there. They really wanted to clamp down on Safe's position. Drop got caught in the crossfire of all of that, and now shouldn't be too many qualms here. One of the things I noted with FURIA the other day is they don't tend to push into lobby as much as the other teams here on the CT side meta, right? You know, when you lose yard, you tend to push in. Well, they just allowed KSCERATO and yuurih to stay towards the top side. They even boost up back towards the Heavens position to lock it down as opposed to scampering away. But that's the force buy dealt with now.
Yeah, FURIA team to play Nuke a little differently off the current meta. A lot of teams approach it with, so it's very difficult to prep that. Because, you know, if you're Isurus coming into this, you're not going to spend all your time just prepping one FURIA match. And it's a very different playstyle they're going to be up against.
Yeah, I'm sure they have confidence from their earlier game against Party Astronauts here to get them to this point. But it's a completely different kettle of fish, right? We saw Party Astronauts over there in Pro League as well. They didn't have the greatest of times. They've got Viz in now as opposed to PTR. But I don't know how much that's going to help them here. Big nade, chipped on down, 43 points of health remaining here. And look at Art just roaming around with the Tech 9. I'm sure he's going to get stuck into this.
Just gets in the fend. What a madman, but trying to drop them perhaps into the crosshair of KSCERATO, who was in a better position to deal with some of these range fights. And yeah, pistols in this round, not too much expectation on Isurus. We will be focusing into the next round mainly, but if they can force a couple of rebuys, look at the money here for FURIA. It's not great because of the damage done in that previous round.
Yeah, well, Safe's been able to get that AWP out early here, so there's a positive. Let's see if he can hold on to that with the Squeaky Door resmoke flying on through and just fulfilling his duty as that Heaven rotator, checking yard, smoking Squeaky, rotating towards ramp. Going to help drop out, who's found one, spotted a second here, and the bomb has actually crossed on over, so they're pushing his way. And there's the AWP of Safe from the Hell position. So, lock this one down, should be keeping a clean sheet. Drop gets the fork and cake. And that is going to be 3-0 for FURIA here. I expect this to be blistering hot. I don't think they're going to drop too many rounds here, Dinko. What are your thoughts, your premonitions?
I feel like FURIA are not going to draw the ball. 16-4 is probably a scoreline that could come through again. Yeah, I mean, that's what they got earlier today.
Yeah,
and
right.
Isurus
set the bar very, very high for them.
Yeah, you know, yesterday, no, rather today, this morning, FURIA bashed their opponents, right? You come into a matchup like this. This is the #1 seed playing against the lowest seed of the winners team. So, yeah, I mean, there is a great disparity on the first day of play.
Yeah, it's going to, I think, be a little bit easier for FURIA to get that 3-0 now that Liquid have lost their opening game as well. Because I think a lot of us may have been expecting that to be one of the matchups towards the tail end of this. Now, Art has been chipped away out here. 3 HP can back on off, and Space has been granted as they are down towards Secret, but parking the bus with the bomb behind main. 2 players over towards lobby as well, so allowing the information game to flow both ways here at Isurus.
Just slowing this one down. Noxie down onto a Secret, but it's being held by Safe right now. Be hard to crack open this op. Safe doesn't miss these kind of shots. He's going to easily take that one. Noxie down, opening kill there for FURIA. Now Isurus trying to source that reply.
Slither gap here from Art. He's low on HP, has spotted, so the info's there. Into yuurih, spamming him down. 2 big kills. Ale got one in exchange, but KSCERATO, I think he's finished it off.
Yeah, well, Destiny alone, and just like Launders was saying earlier on, destined death, as us Elden Ringers say.
Oh, I see. You prescribe to that club, do you?
Absolutely. Too many hours sunk into that one, Chad, over the last few weeks.
I drew you into. You came and played New World with me, Rushley, and everybody for a little while there. But now you're into. Is this a solo player adventure?
No, you can play co-op actually.
Okay. So you can have a friend.
Yeah, you get your Furcalane finger remedy. You can summon your friend into your world.
Just one?
No, you can. You have to go and find the items. Yeah, I think you only. Well, I think I've only played with one. I'm not sure if you can get more than that.
I might have to talk to Launders, the aficionado.
Yeah, I think so. He'll know for sure. That's a bit of a loner. Haven't got more than one friend, Chad.
Yeah, look, these type of games, mate. It's not the Counter-Strike, so you don't see me in them often. Topside tested.
Yeah, it slipped out, and yuurih is going to be playing up in the rafters. Has no problem dealing with the 2 initial kills. It drops the number significantly here of Isurus, and now just down to 2 players. Well, it's not looking like this one has much legs to it. Bombs down in the open as well, and well, they have to try and slip out with Tech Knights at range. It's not going to be good enough to deal with the superior weaponry in the hands of Art. yuurih closes with the dualies. Just a single player goes down for FURIA, as they, for the first time in this series, will go on fire.
Now, I'm curious to see how long yuurih goes without dying. Bit of a smirk on his face there, so they know this is going to be, I don't want to say a walk in the park, but it should be an easy day in the office, right? You're playing 2 best-of-1s here. This is going to set you up on that pedestal of the 2-0. You have a best-of-3 to go through 3-0, right? That's what you're looking for here.
Yes.
You want to get through as quick as you like. Now, these are establishing matches. All the establishing games throughout the Swiss that you'll be seeing through the RMR, as well as the upcoming major in Antwerp, will be best-of-1s. And then the best-of-3s are the deciders, either the drop-on down or the... Yikes.
Interesting maneuver there for Safe. Gets caught in the molly.
Yeah, lots of util dumped on him, huh?
Yeah, just trying to counter some of the possible play that FURIA would love to throw towards outside. It's worked out. It's given him this first kill. Isurus again getting the secret control.
Yeah, well, what can they do with it here? Oski down towards the lower side. Destiny patrolling ramp. And KSCERATO's actually dropped down towards the lower side of things to deal with this currently on his lonesome. But it's 4 towards lobby. As they take their time, the clock hits the 10 mark, and that is Drop just taking a fight, just pushing on into ramp and winning a duel. Nothing special there at all. He's drawn this one back, and that's exactly what Destiny's meant to be waiting for. Any lobby re-aggressors. So, pip to the post there. Problems for Isurus.
And that's what Art can do. He was so difficult to play against earlier today. And Noxie now coming back out of Secret has actually caught the timing to slip around the back of Art potentially. And this is certainly the answer. Art looks back, and Noxie will have his number. Now 3 players up for FURIA. Remember, they lost Safe very early on. So now we're looking towards yuurih, Chad. You want to see how long he can go without dying? Well, he's got a very difficult approach coming his way. Slipping on the left side, trying to split him, and finally yuurih will go down. It is 1 kill for him, and can follow at the vent unspotted. Now thrust drop into the clutch. A 1 versus 3 in total with 20 seconds left.
No one's watching Hart.
He's going to try and slip his way out. 2 players towards the back of the site. They swing, they line up, and that's 2 down. It's a single player left. It's Noxie in the open. Oh! Goes to look away, and Drop will drop him. A round picked up for FURIA. 6 in a row.
Beautiful stuff there from Drop. Just as they start to think they're getting a little bit of a worrying situation, going to give over a round. Look at Art, he's loving it. And this is the great thing. It's going to do wonders for Drop as an individual in this team who did come through the academy team to then now make it onto the main squad. He's not the newest member. That will be Safe on the AWP, who is one of the oldest of the bunch over there. But for Drop to have impact rounds like this, it's only going to do great things for his confidence, because the core of the team, we know how good it can be. Art, that X factor, entering, being aggressive, coming up with all the plans. Then you have the pillars of the team. You've got yuurih and KSCERATO.
If
Safe can, and Safe can start to show a little bit more on the AWP of consistency or impact, and then Drop can have a clutch every now and again like that. The recipe for success of FURIA and how far they can go in those world rankings, that's where you start to get excited.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've seen the peak of 3rd on the HLTV rankings.
That was with Henny, right?
Yeah, back in 2020, so significant time ago.
It's gone quickly, hasn't it?
It really feels like that was just yesterday. It was a constant online battle of Liquid versus FURIA in the finals. Good start again here for FURIA. Art's down on 3 HP, but Drop, he's got the help of saffee, who's now brought himself over to play from Hell, and that initial attention will be drawn away from Drop, setting him up easily for the kill on towards Destiny, but Gafolo's done well. He's caught the re-peek of saffee, removed him, and now Drop's position known. He's trying to transition and shift his way over to the right. It's going to work out. Drop having an absolute field day at the start of this match.
He's looking very steady in the aim department, and some of the issues with him in the past when you see him against Tier 1 teams is he looks a little bit shaky. He'll get one and done, or a kill he should make. He's not converting. Well, here, no dramas whatsoever, so maybe it's just a confidence factor, and no reason not to be confident. You are the top dog in the Americas RMR. If there's anybody that can touch you, it would have been Liquid, and they're already thrust on down into that 0-1 column, so you got to be feeling pretty good about things.
Yeah, it is. It's looking very good for FURIA. This is a team you have to expect to take the title here. At least, well, a couple of teams maybe could pose some pressure their way, but we've seen EG today dropping the ball too. And I mean, you look at our roster on paper.
EG haven't had the ball in a couple of years.
They haven't had the ball, right?
They left the ball back in 2019, I think.
Yeah, I think everybody's incredibly disappointed about that. But Complexity, they're a little dark horse team, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think with Complexity, we still have a lot to learn, and I think that these individuals are getting confidence in their new roles. Obviously, Fang is still a little bit newer to this international environment. Grim now being given an opportunity to be more of a star within the team, and I think it's still going to take some time before we do see what the best of Junior is. Now, I guess that can be our common thread. Junior was part of this FURIA roster not that long ago, really. And that didn't end too well for the young lad. But he gets a chance now on a North American team to show a bit of a better face. Now, Tech-9 seem to be Isurus' affections here. It's on a lot of these rounds, they've operated with Tech-9s as opposed to Deagles or P250s. And I don't know how many bullets they've actually got to shoot with the Tech-9s. Dinko, it doesn't feel like a lot. It feels like the Tech-9's a bore, and then that's it.
So the only area of the map that they've had control of here, Isurus, has been Secret. And they run the player down Secret quite often, but they get pushed ramp, they get pushed lobby. It's just hard for them to get any control anywhere. These Tech-9s, I think, need the strength in numbers, and when they're split up, it's easy pickings, and FURIA dismantling them. Deco left to 1, alone in a 1 versus 5, and they're going to swing him, bring him down. Art happily collects the 8th round for FURIA as they continue to charge their way forward.
Yeah, nice and quick here. Now, if you do want to check out what's going on over on the secondary stream, we have 2 streams running all day. That is PGL_CSGO, whereas you're right now just at /PGL. That's Party Astronauts taking on Leviathan. And I won't give you an update. I know there's some of you who like to save the VODs to watch them a little bit later. But you can tune in and check out that result. One of the North American hopefuls, well, in the 0-1 column. Let's see if they can turn that one around. But this is going quick as you like. So we are on an accelerated schedule here today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If it's quick, we'll do our best to get into the next. But that was quick. Go follow.
Yeah, lovely setup. Finally deals with this ramp play. Drop gets aggressive, but Art is in behind him. And they know that FURIA will be running these double stacks towards ramp, so you see them not barreling, not charging forward with that. Instead, they're going to send a player down into vent.
Okay, well, Art might respond to this. Yeah, it's dropped on down the ramp position now, and Alice just holding on to the vent rotation. So if they're able to get out ramp, they just need to get past R, and there should be no way into the bomb site here. Art's actually tucking in safely. Now, into the vent from Ali. Is he going to try and sell something? That's another kill. Noxky onto KSCERATO. 3v5 now. They haven't had a moment like this since Drop had the clutch, so surely a conversion now for Isurus.
Yeah, I absolutely hope so in a situation like this, but saffee is looking to try and pull some of that back here for FURIA, and don't discount yuurih. He can often be big on his own, but this time gets removed immediately, and now it is looking very good for the first round. saffee on the flank, trying to open up with a kill.
Nice
AWP
moves.
will fall, and Destiny will take him out.
Okay, well, this should just be Art, the last man standing here. Surprisingly, saffee doesn't have a lot of residual cash. You can see they're just 1750, so there's not going to be any issues as far as the drop of weapons goes. So Art might want to hang around, get some exit kills, force Isurus into a rebuy, but they will get there first on the board. And if they're able to get 5, maybe 6 on the way out the door, we could have a bit more of a competitive affair here, but a bit more convincing required. That was a kill coming their way towards ramp. They did well with the space they had, but in a 3-on-5 situation, you'd hope that they would be able to convert. I feel like this HUD is great for me, Dinko. I'm not. Okay. I don't need glasses. But it's like, look at the little Art picture right there. You can see the amount of bullets. Like, it's very clear. I'm not going to mess up. I'm not going to think he has a lot of ammo. Hopefully, anyway, hopefully I don't mess up. We'll see how we go. I haven't had. Look, I was on an aeroplane this morning.
Yes,
here in time.
I'm glad you're here, Chad. I'm not solo casting this one. It was a bit of a speed run.
But we had Jakey and Bastion, I think, doing the same thing
We
getting
did,
in
we
today.
did.
So it's a few of us here rocking up. Better late than never, I do believe the saying goes.
Yeah, I believe both of us over the past 2 days probably slept more on an aeroplane than in bed.
Yeah, that's
so,
not bad.
Yeah, I left yesterday at 3 a.m. That was
And you went to Budapest, I heard.
Oh, yes, had a little trip, a little mistake over there, yeah. It's a good city, that. Not quite Bucharest, though. Made it here.
Close, right?
Yeah, starts with a B, ends with a T.
My geography's terrible, so I just know they're in Europe somewhere, right?
Yes, Romania's a little further east, southeast maybe, and Hungary a little further west, just slightly.
That was the nice shot there onto KSCERATO. I do respect Ali. You see that sticker? That sticker's it's a classic. So you got to respect the OGs. Here we go. The buys are back out. No dramas in that department, as we mentioned.
Yes. FURIA outside has eluded them, and this time it will again. Art goes down. Headshot for Noxie picked up, and now they're being very quick about getting down secret. So another opening found for Isurus.
Yeah, let's see if they can work with this one as well here. How are FURIA going to respond? A flash, a shot taken, starting to get a bit more pep in the step here.
Yeah, it's warming up into it, I think. Starting to get a little bit more comfortable. I think it's very difficult to get comfortable versus FURIA in the early rounds. So if you can do it in the first half, and at least salvage something out of this.
Yeah, this is the amount of room you'd like to work with, especially with that opening kill onto Art. It has taken that X factor out of the server early. The rotation towards lower has come through from KSCERATO. Again, you can see it here highlighted with the X-ray. Down on that lower side of things. Safe has been flashed off the line. Wouldn't be a bad idea for him to start scaling into Squeaky to get some space back, and he's going to exactly for that maneuver. Tight line held.
Well, Safe charging forward. When I say charging, Safe doesn't really do that. He's more of a meticulous player. When he does get aggressive, it's slow and tentative, and now he holds for it. Surely at some point, Ala walks into this. It's all eyes on the lower side at the moment. KSCERATO has made that rotation down, stands in the stairway just outside of Decon. The remaining forces now of Isurus. 30 seconds left. They charge forward. Bomb spotted, taken down. KSCERATO removes Destiny. Oh, Save's patience will not pay off. Alu actually removes his head. So 4v3. Isurus have the advantage, but 20 seconds. They eventually have to plan.
KSCERATO can't do anything about this. Position noted. He has a Molotov to contend with. The bomb plan at 40 seconds beginning now in the retake. They have to piece it together. yuurih needs this kill when... Oh, he is going to convert. 3 on 3.
Yeah, that's a big kill for yuurih. Now they can start to focus on the lower site. KSCERATO has wallbanged, I believe, through the door. Oh, he's found that, and it's pulled the kill back nonetheless. And now it's Isurus just down to 2. Gafolo and Noxie trying to make this one happen. Again, bomb planted, so they're up inside of the control room. Towards the windows, unbroken. Finally, information picked up and drop swings into the headshot. Gafolo, AWP into the 1 versus 3. I don't see how he gets away with this, but he's found one. They're not in the defuse, and the time starting to tick. They will hold, and defuse will be pulled through as they pick it up 9-1.
Yeah, patience is a virtue there. They didn't rush the situation. FURIA, it was getting close. An opportunity to be knocked off the bomb, but keeping it steady and hitting a couple of big shots. Back to the winning ways immediately, so 9-1. And this was a good shot here from KSCERATO, but look, he's taken too long to scale on back through. And this is the wallbang kill that you see, and they're just up on towards that railing. It is a difficult position to clear, so to find it in that fashion is great as far as the retake goes.
Yeah.
Plenty of cash, though, for Isurus to buy. The loss bonus, the fact that they won a previous round, the fact that the bomb goes down again. So AWP back out for Gafolo.
Little jumpy from Nox. They've actually been controlling outside these last few rounds.
He's pretty aggressive, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's got a little bit of pep in his step, a little flair to it, but look at that. All paths rotated down towards Secret. But Noxie's already got in towards Garage. That's information that Safe does not have. For the peek up, will spot out Destiny.
He's done his job, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Noxie, okay. Slipped the net. He's got in behind. Art is going to get the information that bomb is down in the open.
There? I don't know if anybody heard it.
Oh, well, Art has taken 1 and 2 down from credit card, and Noxie isn't taking the kill. He's actually just letting him walk by, and that's going to give him 2 kills, and he will take both of them. Nearly gets away. Back to yuurih for the 3rd kill of play, but even with that hard work done, his team didn't do enough. So Ali's left in the 1 versus 3, and it's still very hard to see how Isurus double their score.
That's crazy, right? They get stalled out by the AWP peak from Safe up from Secret, and then at that point, all they had to do was kind of wait because they had the bogey. They had the individual in the backlines there, but on the fade of the smoke, Art gets away with 2 big kills. So rough one there to swallow. As now the final man standing. Looks like his position is known. Swinging on through the locker's position. yuurih will take him down. And double digits reach for FURIA now, so this is great. This is what you expect from the best team here at the Americas RMR. Who's the best player for FURIA? You can't have a wrong answer here. It's an opinion-based thing, actually. Don't use. Who do you think? Oh, actually, let's say favorite. That way you can't be wrong. Not who's the best.
Oh, my favorite has to be Art. Just
okay,
the way he plays,
all right. Bit of
right?
an art simp, I see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just the playstyle is so fun. The things he gets away with. But I think the best player can be yuurih.
Okay.
I think KSCERATO is the one most people would say, and I would agree with them to an extent of all of their points. But I think yuurih, when he's having a good day, man, he's one of the best riflers I can see. Yeah,
they have a lot of similarities, I feel. Obviously, they play different positions, but in terms of just how solid they are as riflers, it's fun to watch. You know, we call him a safe pair of hands, the type of player that will get away with 2 kills.
Yeah, and Art is the other. Like, he's more of a gambly kind of not so safe pair of hands, but
that's what I love about Art as well, though, right? He's one of the most entertaining Counter-Strike players we have in the entire scene, and to have that attached to your name. Right, I'm sure he doesn't do it to be called the most entertaining, but that's what his playstyle enables. Now, a bit of a gap here, just under the cusp of the smoke. Noxy's made it across, but his position more than noted. Rotating down, Art's here, and Art picks it up. So, without the opener, without the space, what is Isurus meant to do?
Yeah, Art's been very dynamic, changing up his position multiple times. He's been able to get that kill back. So now at a 5v4, FURIA maintain the advantage. Safe has rotated down to play the comfortable position of Hell and forced back by the Molotov. yuurih in the meantime is pushed in towards lobby. And can follow, doesn't really have the weapon to deal with that, but yuurih's going to hear those steps now charging towards ramp. So that is information then passed on to Drop, who should be in a good position to at least get 1. If he finds 2 here, that's massive. They start to clear, they line up, and he gets away with 3. That's even better because Art comes in and sweeps up the rights. FURIA have 11.
Yeah, that's rough, right? And that's when we talk about things like spacing. It feels like they're doing the right thing with the spacing down the ramp there because they want to be close to trade as they take the fights, but not clearing their corners. We'll call their second timeout here, and the cash in the coffer is starting to get a bit lighter and lighter for Isurus. It's Destiny, the only man who has enough to go for a buy with U2. Ali can get out an AK with Kevlar, head armor, and a flash or so. Yeah. And the rest could get into the Galils, right? So they could go for a purchase, but at this point in the game, right, at this point when it's 11-1, Isurus, it's T-side, you need rounds. So you're going to have to buy, and you can see that reflected by Destiny's purchases here.
Yeah, over the B stream, you see on the right-hand side of your screen, just above the players, you can see 9-2 scoreline currently for Party Astronauts. So doing quite well over there.
Yeah, what map did I say they were playing? Was it Inferno that they're looking at? Let's have a little bit of a gander. Here it is Inferno. So CT side of Inferno, and Ben's having a cracker of a game. He's got 16 kills, 14 for Viz so far. Remember, if you want to check out that stream, at a underscore CSGO to the end of the Twitch URL you are currently on. But back towards Yard, Noxy's had, well, mixed success, hasn't he?
He's had a lot of space.
He's got the space, so occasionally he got the kill.
Yeah. But the thing is, FURIA have been adapting, changing, trying to figure out how to deal with him, because I think he really has only been that one player finding any space and any potential. So, Isurus struggling.
Yeah, it looks like they were coming back to find him for a fight here, but they're waiting and going ramp again.
Oh, this shot from Safe, trying to be very quick on the preemptive shot, actually able to stay alive and throws down a smoke to this.
That forces them into Drop's position now, and Art's down here again.
Drop is often good enough to get away with 1, maybe even more than that from this spot. I'm sure he'll be looking for more than 1. They've actually just slowed this one down. Isurus realized, look at the clock. We have so much time to play with here. We don't have to commit down into that lower side. Okay,
well, they're hoping that they've moved enough pieces around the map, and sure, Art is towards lower, but the rocks of top are still in place. KSCERATO with a squeaky smoke at 45 seconds is going to keep them at bay. Now, a little bit skew-if, slight gap here, but if they swing open the door, I feel like KSCERATO might have the advantage on the duels.
35 seconds. Isurus have got to make the call to go eventually. A couple of flashes left. That's all they've got. And getting into the site's going to be rough. Drop holding off. The ramp actually gets information. No one else is there, so they are ready to come out door. But are they ready to deal with KSCERATO? It's one headshot collected for him as they trade him out. But yuurih now has the help of the AWP. The big green from heaven looking down upon it. Surfs and Noxy, the last remaining player. Art with just Art things really flying up the vent. 12-1 now. FURIA with a perfect start to this game.
Yeah, as soon as the player goes down squeaky with the bomb, they can't drop down the vent. yuurih just has to stay alive at the bomb box. He doesn't even have to do anything, right? Because the cavalry's on their way. Drop has 19 kills so far. Unusual to see him topping the scoreboard. And as I mentioned earlier in the piece, it's great for this kid's confidence within the team. Or if he can just start farming up some of these lower level teams here at the Americas RMR, we're in the runway right now to the major, right? And the point you want to peak is the major. I know that there's a lot of other important tournaments here, but if you're able to play some of your career best Counter-Strike and continue that forward, here we go. Speaking of forward, save. He's going to get knocked on off here.
A couple of times there. saffee has not really had the strongest joints, but Drop certainly has. Not this time, as he actually goes down to the headshot of Deco, and that's 2 players up here for Isurus.
Heading B. Oh.
Well, yuurih's rotated down quickly. Similar stance as the one he uses up on the A side, playing towards the back of the B side this time. Has got Art out towards the control room, but yuurih is forced into the fight. Only removes Deco. Now 2 players versus the 3 of Isurus, and KSCERATO has come out decon. They're just slowing this one down. They've stifled, and now it is looking so good.
They're both there and both low.
Yeah, it's just they've just been softened up entirely, and FURIA, they had a weakness there, I think, that Isurus could capitalize on, but slowing the pace down has just made them fish in a barrel.
They just took aim duels. They just allowed FURIA to come in and take fights wherever they wanted, and now it's just the one man standing at Destiny on 4 points of health, goes on down. Yeah, look, he was looking in the right direction, but FURIA are unafraid. No. Why would they be? They're more than happy just to take these fights, and the grins continue on the faces right there, so more than happy to close this one out.
I said 16-4. That actually sounds pretty lenient now from
yeah,
what we're seeing.
Look, you might be bang on, though, because if it is a 14-1 half and then Isurus win pistol, maybe right? you'd be right on the money there. Yeah,
you always have to give a few extra rounds because of the pistols, but yeah, it feels very dominant here.
The fact saffee has only had to have 4 kills.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, this is a walk in the park for him, right? It doesn't matter that he's getting picked off occasionally.
Yeah, his teammates are stepping up massively. And, you know, with the way FURIA have set up on the CT side, you'll often see they're actually forced to the extremities. You know, these teams want to try and punish Ram, try and exploit, maybe safe towards outside. And Drop has skipped a beat, so what map control really are you getting? There's not a lot going for them, but luckily getting that 1 pick back, Art and Drop actually give away their lives, so they now have an advantage to play with.
Well, we've seen this before.
We have.
One thing about having the advantage, the next thing is about converting it. KSCERATO and yuurih still alive. The AWP of safe now towards the lower side of the map, but if you push over towards Hell, up in the heavens is yuurih. Ready to lock this position down. Now, they have thought better of this. They are heading B into the AWP.
And saffee is waiting for a glass unbroken. Missed shot. Not going to be connecting for the kill. And now just holding, possibly getting pushed in the double door. He has to be aware of that. So actually swings the door open himself, trying to draw the rifle into the fight. saffee then leaves his position and drops back. And now it might just be the same here for Isurus. As they're leaving that B site, they have a Heaven player, Destiny, clearing out this space. saffee walks back in towards main. Plant's going to come through. No one playing on the site for FURIA. They're going to have to play this one with significant disadvantages, but saffee has drawn that 1 kill back on towards Ali.
Yeah.
And KSCERATO wraps around Heaven. Oh, they're going to look from secret. They get the timing on him. And saffee now into the clutch. Has to deal with a Heaven player and the CT vent. So it's not going to happen. 2 rounds picked up for Isurus. And now FURIA, well, I don't think they'll be having too many issues going into the second half.
Could have been a competitive half if with the number of advantages the Isurus were able to pick up, they could have converted. They had a few opportunities there, right? And it wasn't like they were... FURIA were getting a little bit aggressive, right? They were taking a couple of liberties there, but we already spoke about FURIA. They like to do that. They like to have that more aggressive style of play here, there, and everywhere. So now it's just about closing things down. Within that first half, the bomb only went down a handful of times. I think it was about 3, maybe 4 if you count that last round of play. So not a whole lot of traction here from Isurus, but now this is where it gets a little bit easier. In theory, the CT side, the chance for you to defend. And while we know FURIA play outside of the box, unorthodox on the T side of this map, it's going to be very lobby and top site centric.
Well, if they lose the pistol, there might not be many chances to defend.
Very true.
So pretty important round here coming up for Isurus.
Look at all these nades. They've actually brought into 3 utility sets on the FURIA side of things, right? It's not dropped across nades. It's 3 players who have invested in util. So let's see how far they can push the issue.
Well, 1 player immediately starting on the B site. They're going to drop immediately upon seeing ramp presence, and 1 rotate down towards Heaven. So there are significant numbers to try and deal with this if they go down in towards this B site. Ali has taken 1, gets the second away, and the pistol safe, able to bounce back. FURIA still down a member, but Isurus had a chance there.
They gave away a spot there with that silenced USP shot. So bomb should get planted with all this util behind it. Art has vent. Oh, that's a goosh and a half right there.
Just turns on the heel. Oh, gets caught. The Joe Beretta is unleashed. It's one for Deco. Safe, able to trade those numbers out again. It still is the advantage here for the CT side, but getting down into the site is so important. The timing now. Safe has to fight in two sides, and that's such a difficult clutch position. He will get removed, and a pistol picked up for Isurus at the start of this second.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Felt like I could have got out of control for a second or there, but Ali did great on the double frag as they were starting to push on down the ramp position. They were chaotic as far as the retake went, but it was about swarming with the numbers on the CT side. And well, here's that opening double we were talking about. Had a lot of ramp pressure here. The fact he sticks around, he's continuing to go for the fight there. So drop, he got owned. yuurih slapped, and
yeah,
well, they were able to pick this one up with the final kill on the Julies there of Deco, even into the defuse.
Seemed like they were very ready for a B pistol play there, right?
Look at the buy though. AK out, you've got a Galil in the mix. Well, actually make that two AKs.
Yeah.
A Mac 10 and a Deagle. So yeah, the better buy, obviously on the Isurus side, but you're right, the stimulation of the economy here.
Oh, Art, so quick. Of course, down the vent, you know you're going to have to try and deal with this. Actually dealing with it is another issue, and he's going to continue his charge all the way up towards control room window. Glass now broken open. Ali tested down towards ramp. It hasn't really worked out for him. Kafolo looks to try and step up. It's just one for him as he goes down to FURIA as they hold the advantage now.
That's the round done. Oh, no, it was.
Okay.
I was about to say Art should have the vent here, but that is a big frag for Destiny to find. That's going to change the tune of this one. They've been able to scoop up all these rifles here, so...
Oh. See the Heaven player? He's seen it on his screen, but didn't quite react to it, so perhaps he didn't see it. And yeah, it works out for FURIA as they are able to pull the kills back. There was a chance there to fight towards Heaven and separate those into 1v1 fights, but now given Destiny's 1v3, this one's certainly done.
Yeah, and Destiny did a lot with that kill, right, to get them back into it, but there was an immediate response as soon as Art went down to the vent of, oh, okay, well, we've lost the lower sight, and we saw them scramble on the pistol round, so let's go up towards Heaven. 14 secured right now, and you'd really like to find one of these rifles, wouldn't you? Destiny going to have a look around here. Will find himself a silenced M4, so that's fantastic to carry through into the next. But problems, if there weren't enough for Isurus, now it's 1,400 loss into the next. And we'll just take a little bit of a look at the scoreboard here to reflect on how things are going. Drop's got 20 kills, yuurih has 18, 13 for KSCERATO, 12 for Safe, and Art with 11. So only one player on the other side with double digits. That is going to be Noxy. He's got 11 frags. Next closest is Ali with 9. And yeah, having a look across this one here, starting on the T side, and Nuke against a better team like FURIA was never going to be easy.
Yeah, it comes onto a very comfortable map for them in the best of one.
Really good to see, though, FURIA here just taking care of business, right? They have another matchup, assuming they win this one, it's going to be a best of 3, and that's to lock themselves in for a spot at the major, whether that's a challenger or legend spot to be determined.
Yeah, that's the mission here. Absolutely. For a lot of teams, the road there is going to be a little longer to Antwerp. You know what Isurus means, Chad?
What does it mean?
I think it's a different breed of sharks. I believe like it's a certain category of shark.
So are they dangerous sharks?
I think, well, I don't know if a mackerel, I think a mackerel shark is part of this family, or I think they're called genomes, is the group of sharks.
Learning with Dinko, I call this segment.
Yeah, yeah, they're not too dangerous, I would say, but there seems to be a good obsession with shark names in South America, because we have sharks, and now we have Isurus.
Yeah.
Really going with the sharks vibe.
Sharks are pretty scary.
They are pretty scary.
I've been in the water before when a shark siren's gone off. It gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Didn't see the shark. I was just a kid. But
what kind of sharks you have back home?
Great whites.
Damn. All right. Well, yuurih's looking to be
a hammerhead.
Yeah. Well, yuurih looking to be a hammerhead here and try and take down 2. Wants to put the nails in their coffin. Bombs on the other side of the smoke. So somehow it's just scrapped their way into a good position here.
Having a look though, yuurih saying, what's available? Can I MacGyver this round? Is there a molly? Is there a smoke? Is there anything I can work with? I would love some tools. We'll get a fight against Ali here towards round. Now, it's 25 seconds. He might be flustered on the clears. I say flustered. It is yuurih. Beat spotted. That's a fast adjustment. Now he's worried about the last player up close and personal, but it's the flank. He's not considering this. Deco will finish off the round. And 4. So, Dinko, 2 more and you're bang on with the prediction, mate. How you feeling?
Looking at the buy FURIA brought to the table.
Confident.
No.
all right.
You're
gonna see some crazy purchases here,
but then again, I was going to say, it is FURIA.
There you go.
So looking into this buy,
believe in yourself.
I now believe fully in the 16-4, Chad. You've turned me into a confident person.
There we go. That's all it took. You know, a little bit of belief goes a long way here. KSCERATO AK, the biggest gun on the T side right now. And Artie's up to the usual hijinks. Won't fully commit. Pushing Destiny.
Oh yeah, that's Destiny. That's for sure. And Drop now taking a couple. Destiny doing his best to make my scoreline a reality. But Ali and Noxie pulling a couple of those kills back. Have equaled out the player count. Equilibrium established, and Sif decides to go to the sidearm to charge into the open. And that has worked out for the kill. Puts that all down to Noxie, and he's low. He'll walk right into the grinder, and, well, Isurus kind of served that one up.
Yeah, that's the classic, hey boys, we know they're going to be pretty lobby heavy, we know they're going to be in a broken buy, let's just do a lobby crunch. And, well, with the better purchase, they've just been pants. They've just been made to look a little bit silly here. That is a rough one to swallow, as the scoreline now reads 15-4, and just one more to concede, and the 2-0 in the Swiss will be noted next to the names of FURIA here. Isurus will go down to that 1-1 column, so they'll still have a best-of-1 to play before they get into the deciders or the progressions. Well, I guess it's elimination or progression, isn't it? But either way, the top side they go. Drop continuing to massacre. Art's grabbed one. Deagle bullets through the smoke. Not going to find anything. yuurih onto the fork cake. It is a 2-on-4 situation, but the top side completely given up to the attacking side. Bomb to get planted or faked. Either or seems to work, and I think this is it. Drop gets the final kill. 16-4 the score reads, and as expected, FURIA are going to pick this one up. So you can see they're happy about this. Quite the scenes there, giving a bit of praise to Drop, who had a pretty big performance, all things considered.
Yeah, Drop had a big performance, and obviously you look at him being tested and trying to be maybe extracted towards ramp and pass the test with flying colors against some of the weaker sides.